I'll bet you've never heard this from me before, but I'm making the same card twice. Well, it's the same design, but we're changing up the colours just to see how much of a difference it can really make.
Colour is such a powerful part of card making, and sometimes just a simple change in colour can really shift the feeling of a design. I'm using the same floral set today, and the reason I've chose this one is because it has coordinating stencils, and that's just going to bring the cards together a little bit quicker and make it easier to compare. And when choosing my colours, I thought I'd try some warm versus cool colours. So the cool colours I chose today were I thought I'd go with some blues and greens, but they're not the yellow greens. So these are the blue greens that I've chosen, which are more on the cooler side. But obviously you could use anything that you want. Purples and blues work really well for cool colours as well. I did stamp out my image just with some black pigment ink and let it dry for a little while. If you don't have time to let it dry before you do ink blending, you can also hit it with a heat tool real quick. And that just is going to stop, getting smudges of black on your design sometimes, just if it's a little bit heavy in some spots. One thing that made it a little bit easier here is I did stay with the color families of inks. Obviously, you don't need to do that. You can just use whatever you have. I just wanted to walk through these stencils. Because they're layering stencils, it's much easier to layer the inks as they're kind of intended. Obviously, I mix and match them all the time, but when I'm doing something like this, I don't want to have to think too hard. And the good thing about these sets of inks is they come in a set of 4. And if I want a darker version of something or a lighter version, then I can just start the order of inks in a different spot. So these particular images, the flowers and the leaves, have 3 layers each. So some of them I started with the lightest color and worked through just the first 3 colors, and others I started with the second color and then worked right through to the very darkest color in the set. I kept the flowers in the teal blue green color, but then for the leaves I used the more green tone here, and it's a subtle difference. You don't look at this card and think that it's got 2 real different colors in it, but that's kind of the beauty of it. I have used different colors, so it does allow you to have a look and see there is a difference between the leaves and the flowers, but it's more, if you look at the overall design, it's more of a monochromatic sort of background look. So I did keep a lot of things similar between my color off here, between warm versus cool. I did stamp the backgrounds or the floral images in the black ink both times. I was actually tempted to do this cool version with stamped in maybe the third color of the set in the teal blue greens. Would have been really pretty. It wouldn't have had that real dark outline with the black, but I wanted to have it a little bit similar to make it much more easy to compare. I find with the cooler colors, it gives that almost calm, softer feeling, and that's something else that you can do as well. You don't have to go bold. So you can create, using the same set of inks and the same set of colors, a soft version of something and then a bold version of something, and that's going to give you a very different look and feel as well. But when I got to the final layer of the flowers here, I just felt like the center of the flowers wasn't dark enough. So the beauty of using a stencil, these layering stencils, is you can come back in and recolor the sections if you're not particularly happy with them. I do that a lot, and sometimes I'll even come in with a totally different color because I haven't been happy with the original color that I've done. Are you ready for the warm version of the same image? This time I grabbed my colour story. This is where I keep all the swatches of my colours, and I decided to really go out of my comfort zone. I do not use a lot of autumn tones. So these, to me, these warm colours that I've chosen today really feel like I'm coming in with those beautiful, comforting autumn tones that you get in florals in trees. So I was very much out of my comfort zone, but I went for it anyway. Normally I'd be into the pinks and bright oranges by now, but this is so good for me to just sit down and stretch my supplies and just have a lot of fun testing and playing with different color combinations and seeing what works and what I like to use, because I ended up really loving this panel, even though it's not something I would normally have made. So this dusty coral red is so vibrant, and these honey, like these golden honey yellows, and when I was choosing a green to go with them, I was pretty specific about choosing a green that wasn't too, with all the greens, some of them can be quite warm and some can be cool. So I wanted to stick to more of a warm tone. So more in that like yellow green version, not in the blue green sort of side of things. So you can definitely mix and match all of these and they do work. But like I said, this is my experiment today and I'm going with all the warm tones on this panel. And these deeper colors, I think, really add so much more contrast and they feel like they have a lot more energy to me than the cooler colors. It's also going to depend sometimes on what kind of card you want to make. I find certain cards I'm going to choose certain colors. And if I was making a birthday card or something, I want those nice, vibrant, happy colors. But if I'm making a sympathy card, I might choose more of an elegant combination of colors, or like even just that first cool collection, like that cool colors. I'm not speaking very well today. The cool colors that I chose on that first panel, to me, that would make a really good sympathy card as well. And I have made a very similar card to this once before using different colors yet again. So if you're interested in seeing that, I will link that in the description below, and I'll also link the coordinating blog post for the exact supplies and everything that I've used here. And if you want to have a look at some of the close-up pictures, you'll be able to find them there as well. Or if you just want to pop over and say good day and see what I'm up to, all the links will be in the description below. So it is kind of the same design, but it's definitely the same but different. And if you've got, especially if you've got like a floral stamp and a coordinating set of stencils, you can challenge yourself to do something very similar with your own inks using the same design and two totally different styles of colouring, like focus maybe on some warm colours and some cool colours like I've done here today. And the big reveal, it's a really pretty stamp. And here's both the panels together. Don't they look quite different? Even though they were exactly the same to start with. I've done them both on the white cardstock, but I thought I'd change it up here a little bit because I can't help myself. For the cool version, the cool panel here with the blues and the minty greens, the teal blues and the minty greens, I decided to add some ink blending around the edges and just lightly over top, so there's not a lot of white card space left by the time I've done this, even though it's very light. And I added the panel directly to the front of a card, added some ink splatters and a simple sentiment as well. I did keep the sentiments the same design on both of the cards. The Other way you could decorate these, I also think some gemstones or maybe some sequins would work perfectly here too. I did let myself change up the second design a little bit here. Instead of ink blending around the edges, I decided to die cut it with the coordinating die. And my machine, I can actually run it through with 2 pieces of cardstock at the same time. And if I'm going to pop something up, then I will add that second layer of cardstock. And then I was thinking, instead of ink blending the background this time, I would add some colored cardstock. And initially I was thinking maybe the kind of honeycomb color would look good, and I did like that. But then I thought I'd try a deep green color, and I preferred the way that looked. But just adding those different colors in the background can really change the look of the overall design as well. And this is where I forgot to pop up the panel. I mean, it's double layered cardstock, so there is a little bit of dimension there, but I just totally forgot. And then I added the sentiment directly over top in the same position as the other card, because I wanted to keep them quite similar to make it easier to compare. And I love the way these warm colors and these autumn tones finished up. It wasn't what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to love it so much. And both the cards together now. I've got the cool colors here in that almost monochromatic style. It gives that cool background calm feeling, and then the brighter but more warm tones with that really vibrant happy feel. So let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite today, or if you're going to give this a try yourself. I'd love to see what you make. Don't forget to share it with me. I've got a couple more videos here for you to enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you there. And if you did like today's video, don't forget to click on the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? It's totally free. I look forward to seeing you back here again real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.